Hello, and welcome back to Space Engineers. I'm Duke Skyloafer, and we are back on the woven starship, the Odyssey. And let me check volume levels. Everything's looking good. Hopefully the music's not too loud. Thanks for joining me today. I was just a couple of minutes late because they actually did take down the Defense Shields mod. You know, last week I was saying that, or last Thursday I was saying the Weapon Core mod completely disappeared from the workshop, and I had to replace it with the replacement version, but that the Defense Shields one just said retired, and it was still up, and I was going to wait to replace it, but they didn't wait much longer, so I did have to swap it out. So for some reason, that my game had to go through a state of several crashing rounds before it finally just loaded up without issue. So anyway, we're back. The only thing of the Defense Shields that we have is this half-built table here, which is going to stay that way till we get to space. So, it is morning. The weather is clear. The shadows are sparkly for some reason. And we have a lot of work to do. So, I see the roof is open. That's good. Alright, let's see where we left off here. So, one thing we need to do is get the miner going on getting me more iron. So let's get you going. Let's see. You need to continue. So it's bad. Oh, excuse me. Oh, good. The cough button still works. Okay, I had to test it by coughing again. All right. So we are... batteries are charging up, which means he's going to take off in just a second here and go back to the hole that he was digging and finish that up. But then we got to get... I think it's probably about time we get some gold. Right, I think it's time we get some gold. So one thing I don't need to do is keep the old ore detector on the old ship running here. So let's turn you off. Oh, you are off. Which ore detector is... Oh, no, that can't be him relaying that back. His ore detector shouldn't have that range to hit something that... What ore detector is... I didn't put an ore detector on this ship. Is this the game bugging out on me? Potentially. Well, anyway. Today, I have a little bit of a plan. No, not a huge plan. The plan is... Ooh, see that? Precious stones. There's more over here. Do you know, last episode... Oh man, where did all this stone come from? Okay, we gotta put this in the ship. Last episode, I forgot to turn the music on, and nobody told me. I was talking to all you people, and we were just, you know, jiving, vibing, I don't know, whatever the kids do. And nobody told me, hey, don't you normally play music? Completely forgot. Oh, I saw another one, but maybe it was just a shadow. There's one way out there. Cool. Someday, I'm going to get all that stuff. That's got to be new, because every time he's... oh, he's not dumping stone anymore. That's why it's not going away. Oh, that's cool. Alright, get out in there. Take it all. Alright. So, the plan here is going to be to start doing a little bit more of the hull shape and to start getting some of the side pod turned on. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to follow a similar design for the side pod as the Iliad had. Now, seeing as how I have removed the majority of it, it's going to be difficult to remember, but I think there's enough right here for me to just get a sense of what this originally looked like. So, that'll be good. So I got to figure out how far it's going to stick out, because what I don't want... Let me lay down some... Let me grab some some steel plate. Ow. Steel plate here. And might as well grab a little of that. I just grab a ton of that. Okay. So we're going to have a bit of a... I'm wondering if we should... So there's going to be a little bit more armor along the side here. And I'm thinking that it's going to be something like... I think we're going to put just like an armor panel there, here. And we're going to start our backwards armor like this. It's going to be kind of shifted back one, so we'll have something to cover that. And then up here, we could do something like... Because I don't want it to... I want to kind of keep the shape that it currently has in its current state here. But I also need it to kind of flare out just a little bit. So... although I do want... let me stand in the fire for a second here. Oh, okay. In the fire here for a second. And let me think about this. I wanted to cover up these side, these things. So I'm wondering if maybe instead of following the, parallel lines exactly, we could not do that as an alternative. Instead use this thing. Yep. Oh, yep. That thing. The way I have it mapped, I can only rotate one direction. I can only rotate one way. We'd maybe do something like that, and then go back. Or we could, let me try that. Don't got my hands on the keyboard the right way. So if we did something like that, even the, actually the bottom one could just stay like that. Give it a little bit more of a asymmetric, top to bottom look. Because then we can... maybe do something like that along the side, and then that'll at least cover that up. And then what I wanted to do here was start to do this. So I don't know, do I have a block that merges into that? I think I might. Because I want to have the opening here be a little bit covered up, but not entirely covered up. So we would do something like that, and then I think there is a thing that would flare out from there. But yeah, so I would have like the opening there would be such that I could come and like land on a ledge, and I don't have to like slam into the hole directly. Be a little bit covered up. That might look okay. So then what's my shape for the top and the bottom there? And then we could start building, because this will force me to have the engine pods stick out, because the engine pods can't be up this far. They have to be further back along there, because otherwise it would be just too hard to fly around them and into the ship. Come back? Yes, it did. It'd be too hard to fly around them if like the front thruster was up here. We'd have to go up and around and in, and that'd be a pain. So I think they are going to stick out a little bit. We'll have some pylons kind of sticking out, and they'll be out far enough. I mean, per tradition, I'll probably have them as forward as possible, so there's still a pretty good chance I'm going to get cooked going in and out of the door if the ship is moving at the time. But other than that, I think that'll work okay. So. Thanks to whoever already threw the like on the video. I love you people. Alright, let's see. We need a thing that... Oh, I think I do have a shape for this, don't I? I think it's this thing, isn't it? This looks like it. Sloped corner. Let's see. Look at that. Now do I have one for down here? That I don't think that I do. But we could always do the same thing here and just flare out to it. Use this one to flare out to it. Let me see if I have a... I don't have any modded blocks in, so these are all vanilla. So if we do find it, we will know. Oh, you know what? Actually, isn't it just the standard... this thing? I say standard as if... But yeah, there we go. Look at that. Perfect. Alright, so we've got that. Then that'll be like the armor there. And then, you know, I should do more with these things. I should. We should get more... I don't know, maybe we could use these to, like... I don't know, do something to reinforce the look of the engine pods or something. So... I don't know. We are going to have to go out, bring the bottom down and do another layer underneath as well. Yeah, a second. I got to take a sip of water. All right. I don't have... I thought I had plates in here, but I don't. So let me throw those into here. Those are called plates, right? No, they're not. They are called panels. Panels, there we go. Light armor panels, that's what I want. Light armor panel. And it's just going to be... I think that looks good like that. In that orientation. Otherwise it would be... Nah, I think that looks better. It's the same, yeah. Alright, so that's going to be our... That's going to be our front look, which I think looks pretty good. Because it'll cover up the conveyors on the side there, which we do need those, right? Yeah, because they run to... There's going to be a weapon on top. We're going to have to be... Yeah, alright. Let me do the same thing on this side here. Put this in. I gotta remember how I did this. So we got that. We got that. This guy. This feller. And that guy. And then... let's see, we need you there. There. And that guy there. And where was the other... Was it part of... Oh, I got the... Oh, I do have the panels. They're on spot 9 here. Okay. Good. It was this guy, I think. Yes. There we go. Cool. So now I've got a somewhat protected doorway entrance here, which looks pretty good. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. It's too bad I don't have... if they had a... If they had a corner one of these that had a... oh, come on. They had a corner one of those that had... oh, they got the window. Well, I was going to say if they had one of those that had a window. The half window corner inverted. Then I would consider not putting the armor on the other side. But I think it's good the way it is. Alright, so that'll be that. Now I got to think about how we're going to armor up the top here. And I also need to think about... I need to finally decide where the ore detector is going to go, because the ore detector needs to face forward. So we determined that putting it in the front, like right in the middle there, would look weird because of the way it doesn't actually look airtight, even though it is. And I wouldn't be able to put anything in front of it because I wanted to have a screen in front of it. So we're going to have to put it probably right smack dab in the top here. I guess it could sit right on, even though this is slopey here, it could sit on there. I think we could armor over this row here, and I think that's going to happen. So let's grab an ore detector, and I want to make sure it looks good from the front, so it should be that. Okay, apparently I can not attach it directly to this, which I guess makes sense. So what I was thinking was, we've got the lights starting there. So what if we did something like... Oh, that was a weird hitch. Something like that. And I do want this to go to full armor. Like that. And now we can put our ore detector in the middle there. I don't know if it's facing the right way or not. I'm going to assume that it is, because it can't hang over the front. So yeah, I think that right there is definitely going to have enough line of sight to hit an asteroid, because I've got that. So the whole reason I'm doing this, if you haven't been following, is I have a mod in called radio spectrometry, which uses the raycasting ability of the front of the ore detector to basically point at an asteroid from far away and then tell you basically what's in that asteroid, but in a lore-friendly, like gives you a spectrometry graph that you have to try to match up to figure out what ores are in there. It's very cool. Means I don't have to fly to every single asteroid to figure out what's in it. And the ore detector doesn't have to have such a ridiculously long range, so it just needs to have line of sight. So whichever way you point it, you need to point it at the asteroid. So anyway, that's why that's there. So how are we gonna make it look good though? Because this is going to be an open hole here, and probably at the back side of this open hole, we'll just have that. Although we could kind of almost give it like an appearance like that, where it almost like that's going to be flat there, but like, you know, it goes up, kind of ducks down. I guess that's okay that sticks out like that. Do we want to armor up the top of it, or the back of it, or the back of it? Yeah, why not? That's what I say. Let's put a panel. Let's see, which way do we want the panel to go? I think this way is going to look best for this. Yeah, okay. Alright, so now going around... Okay, so hold on. This part here...
Energy low.
Shush. You shush. This thing here is going to go... Where are you at? There you go. Up like this. Ooh. Okay, so now my side thing doesn't look as good because of the way that's sticking up there. Because what I wanted was... This is the actual top layer of the ship. Alright. This is the actual top layer of the ship, not this. So, this weapon that's going to be sitting up here needs to have, needs to be extended up to there. So, and I want to cover that on this on the side. So let me recharge real quick, and then we'll think about this. You know what, I don't want to. I was trying to charge the O2 through there. Just give me one of you. Take the... Okie doke. So yeah, so if this was like that, this makes me reconsider the shape of the side here. Because what if we want instead this to kind of slope up to there? Because we could do that. Right? We could do that. We could say something like this, and then grab this fella, this. Okay, this is, I'm just trying some things out here. We're going to see if this looks good. So I'll get that. I think I need the same thing again. Like that. Same thing like that. So we are keeping it kind of flat on the side there. That definitely covers that. So now my flare out is just moved up a bit. Right, so I guess I need the... Well, this would work, wouldn't it? If we did that. Ooh. Ooh, I kind of like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, instead of the... Yeah, because then it looks almost like it's got layers. Layers are cool. Okay. Hey, Rumblestrip, how you doing? We're just trying to figure out what the ship is going to look like on the outside here. I think it's looking okay. I'm trying to decide if I want this thing to do anything else. I don't think... Let's see, because that's my connection there. Yeah, I think that's pretty much how it's got to be. Alright, let's get rid of these and do the same thing on this side. So, how did I do this? You there, you there, you there. Uh-huh. Up there. Really glad I don't have some sort of a jetpack nerfing mod, because this would be... Oh, nice. I bet your house smells good if you're making brownies. I think I did that right. Yeah, I was just thinking, I'm glad I don't have a jetpack nerfing mod, which was something I had considered doing. And, yeah, it would have been bad. I would be, just... Ooh, fog rolling in. We would be on this planet for like 10 extra streams. We're already going to be here a long time. But I think that will look okay. I got to figure out what how the bottom of the ship is going to look. I think that's the main thing, is I've extended the top up. It's okay if this is the bottom of the front, but we have to, at some point, flare it out to be able to cover the back. So I think I'm gonna make like a kind of a command decision that by this point... What do we want to do? Okay, well that needs to get covered. So we could say... Does that spot need to be anything? This area here could be... We could do some... Oh, you know what we could do? It just occurred to me that we could do... we could make this look a little bit more interesting with ramps. Which one should we do the ramps on? I almost made a big boo-boo there. Let's do this. There we go. The downside to this little plan is when the if these ramps get blown off, they're the only things holding the ore detector on. So they are. Let's see. What is a ramp? A ramp has 1,530 integrity, and let's see. That would be. It would actually be this thing holding it on has 1,900 integrity. So actually, I should probably stick with what I had and use the ramps somewhere else. This is slightly less likely to get blown off the front of the ship. So maybe we'll put the ramps right here instead. We could do an even different. We could do like a. Trying to think if there's a better looking thing to do there. So we get a little ramp action going there. Yeah, I'm concerned about how this just abruptly stops, but that is the that is how it has to go. Like, it has to abruptly stop here if I want to have a hole here for me to jump through. So, okay, well, I guess that is what it is. I'm kind of thinking maybe we also put, just so that that's a consistent shape across the back there. I think that'll be okay. All right, back to the bottom. So the reason I was looking at that was because I was thinking, where could we put ramps along the bottom? And what if we did something like... Oh, of course I would do that right where there has to be a... Okay, so just because of that connection being there, I'm going to move this back. I wonder if I should ultimately put like a cargo container there or a connector or something. I don't know. I'll think about it. So we'll go there. And then in the middle, I'm going to do that. So we're going to have that ramp up. Let me get this out of here so we could see what we're looking at here. Going to have that kind of be staggered like that. I think I'm going to do the same. So it's almost going to look like a solid row with two jutting forward. That, and I'm going to have to replace that. We got enough holding it up right now. I could move this. I could move this back one. I don't think I want to do this. Do I want to do this all the way to the edge? No. No, I don't. Not yet. Okay. And then that'll be blocked in there. So I'm gonna try and armor up everywhere that, wherever there's like a port here, is a potential for a small weapon that I could throw on the ship on the bottom. Even down here I could extend. Actually, that's probably better, is to extend like this one down. Seeing as how I left that facing down anyway, might as well use that. Oh, jeez. We could extend that down and have a weapon on the bottom there. Let's do a check of, let's do a quick check of resources and see if it's worth bringing the guy home, bringing the miner home. Let's see. We have 163K. Let's see. Let's go over to his control panel and see how he's looking on. Let's see. Oh, he's at 81%, so he's almost done mining this hole. I'm thinking maybe we'll let him go for a little bit longer. And then we'll get him going on some iron. Ow, jeez. Okay, so we're thinking extend that down and extend that down. So that's going to be our downward facing weapon sticking out there. And that should be okay. So how do I want to... That's got to end up being... Oh, I can make that happen. In 2 blocks, I can make that happen. Alright. So we're going to go like this. Then like this. And then what have I got? That to that. That would be... that. And then we're going to have to... So once we get to this back part here, I am less concerned about covering every single thing with armor, because we're going to extend out the pylons for the engines from here. So that's going to cover some of this. But I got to decide. So if I did a... Let's try and imagine what the original ones looked like. So the original ones were flush directly up against the ship. And they kind of just swooped in. They just kind of melded in with the top of the ship. So we don't want to do that necessarily the same. We want to have... well... So, if we had... If we did it to there... That would give me 1 row here and then another row out. So then... 3... I didn't realize I was on caps lock. That industrial. I guess we could do industrial. I don't actually like the industrials as much for... Ooh, it's red. Already. Okay. So, that's... maybe we need to adjust the height of it. I don't know, maybe not. It's centered. So that's where that would be roughly sticking out. So when I go to get into the ship, I have to fly past it. So we have to make sure that I'm not braking when I jump out. But I wanted to make it such that it wasn't, like, right up against here. You know, so that I could still somewhat safely get in and out. I'm wondering, because I do have... Okay, right now it is not covering the front door. I think that's okay. I think that's good. So then if we did hydrogen tank, like last time, we go tank, except this time instead of 1 tank, we do 2 tank. And then we do back thruster. That is our... That's going to be our thruster. And that actually looks like, lengthwise, that looks pretty good, I think. So then we got to armor over that. And get more thrusters going in every direction. And then shape that into the ship. And get another connection going to it. So we have to use this connection, because this one's not mirrored on the other side. We can use the rear connection from this thing if we wanted to. But I was actually thinking we might put a large ion thruster right here. Or perhaps on top. Perhaps. Yeah, I think actually that's probably a good idea. So most likely what we're going to have going on along here is almost like conveyor, because I want, I'm trying to think about redundancy here. If we did, if we made this a T junction and then had like cross junction, not cross junctions, T junctions on these other ones, then we could just have like a whole conveyor line running down here that just connects in at 2 points. And then the armor would also connect it to the ship, but we would have 2 conveyor lines connecting, and hopefully that would be good enough. So that would mean we need another connection going here. Okay. Alright, so we need some... We're just going to need a lot of T junctions going on here. So that'll be a T. We'll replace that later. T? Okay, so we're going to just put T junctions on all of the inner connections here. Except for the last one. I don't see a good reason to have a port hanging off the back, so you'll just be a corner. There we go. You'll just be a corner, and then we'll do... we need another T right in front of you, but... Yeah, there we go. Facing outward, and then the rest of these are going to be straight. Straight, but facing the right way. Alright, and then a straight connection here facing the right way. And now I can go here and remove you and put in the correct T. Conveyor T. Because that will go straight into the... That'll go into the... That'll go into there. We could even do... If I really wanted to be redundant, I could have one going out and into there. In fact, just for fun, since I'm not going to be able to get anything really, like any weapon or anything in there for sure, we'll just do this. We'll do a X. Yep, an X, and then a straight. And then for, you know, making it look cool, you know, for aesthetics, we'll do something like that. Yeah, and then the rest of this will just kind of shape it all together into one singular bit. So I think that looks pretty good. Once we are settled on this, I'll weld up the tanks, because we're going to want to... I'm going to guess... Hang on, let's not guess here. Let's heal up real quick. And let's take a look at how much ice we have. We have almost 1 million ice, and our ore container is almost full because of it. So... That's because I told the miner here not to dump the ice while it's mining the iron this time. So it's been bringing back every bit of ice that it's had to dig through to get to the iron. So that should mean that we will have plenty of ice in order to get these tanks full. How long will it take to fill them? I don't know, but that's a question for another time. So we will make other armor attachments across here, but this is going to be the conveyor attachments. I'm wondering... What do I have on the bottom here? Anything worthwhile? No, not really. Alright. So then we will have to get the rest of this armored up. I'm trying to decide how crazy I want to get with the armor shaping here, because one thing that's notable is that we can put weapons there and there if we wanted to, although that one there may impact the mining ship's ability to land. May impact its ability to land if we have to put a weapon there, and then like this is like an immediate slope down. So I think if we the miner, you know, if it's like this, if it was basically like that, and then we had a weapon there, I think that's doable. But we're gonna have to custom design the miner. I actually don't think it's doable. I don't want to do that. We're just gonna cover over this hole here. We'll slope it down. We're gonna custom build the mining ship so that it fits in the spot. So I think that is the official decision now. Is we are not going to use any sort of pre-existing blueprint for the miner. So it'll give us the flexibility to build it into that spot. We will have to decide. Here we go. This is good. I was fairly certain that there was another spot. There we go. So we will be able to put 2 weapons there. They won't even overlap with each other if they're 3x3s. So that'll be good. And that plus the 2 in the front here. So 2 in the front, 2 in the back, plus the rocket launchers here, plus the 2 that are going to be on the bottom, plus, let's see, we can do, we could do all sort. I'm trying to think of what's the best use of space along the bottom and the sides. Like we could do all, like with these guys. I believe what we did was we put a row. Yeah, we put a row of conveyors, and then just slap these on all in a big row. So we could do that, but we could also leave space and put like a some side weapons if we wanted to, just to get a little bit of coverage, or maybe just because we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can go 8 thrusters. That actually, for the weight of this thing, we might need all 8 thrusters actually on the sides, because well, if we did 8 on the top and the bottom, that's 16 top and bottom. That's plenty of thrust. If we wanted to, on the sides, we could deviate from the original design. We don't have to follow the original design. We could deviate from the original design and do clusters of them. So we could do clusters and then have like a weapon in the middle, or like an array of them in the back and a weapon on the front here. You know? So we could do like a weapon or something on the side here, and then like this whole thing is 8 across, isn't it? I was gonna say 8 and 8, but then that's we can figure something out. We can make it look cool. We can figure something out. I'm not gonna think about that part just yet. I want to think about welding up some of this stuff before I have completely made it impossible to see what's going on. Can I get you from here? I can't. That's nice. Alright, so that should be where those are. And I'm doing all of this, and I'm not even really thinking about what weapons are going to be what. Right? Like, I just know that we have mech-specs weapons to choose from. And that, I think, is it. I did think about adding in another weapon core pack. Of the MA weapons. But we'll have to see. The weapons are going to be the last thing to go on. I'm just making sure that there's space for them. So. But yeah, that should be good. All right. How's the miner doing? Is he here? He's here. Okay. That was luck. He's only at 83. You know what? I think we could probably stop this and go try and get the gold. We're going to go for the gold. So I'm going to tell you to stop. And we're going to go find the gold. Let's see. So we need to tell him this time. Oh, did not mean to turn all your stuff off. Oh, no. There we go. Hit the wrong button. That would have been bad if I was flying. We would have just completely crashed. And then, I don't know what we would have done. We would have been spending the whole stream building a new one. Okay, so we need to change your behavior to eject stone and ice. Toggle your own sorters, please. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Okay. We're going to have to... Now I'm regretting taking that sorter out of here. Please, please do not eject all the ice. We worked hard to get this ice. Did some go out this side too? Oh, I'm going to be finding ice balls forever. Okay, we'll change that setting in flight after we go. Okay, so we're going to say no more stone and ice. Max load is good. So let's see. Record path and set home. And then where is the gold at? The gold is actually behind us. So up we go. Spin us around. Oh, it's right. It's by that silver hole. Okay. So we're actually... What are you? Silicon over there? This is going to be a fun one to go after because it's so deep. Okay. Alright, that's probably good enough. Let's set up a new mining job with sensor field. Alright, we're probably going to hit silver on the way to the gold. So, unless we could, I don't know, I think we're going to hit silver no matter what. So that'll be okay. We'll have a nice supply of silver as well. But what we can do to guarantee we get the gold is point at it. And what is our current, what does it say, like 35 degrees? That's good. I don't want this thing pointing down too far. And we just want to say that we need the depth to be at least, what's it at, like 63.4? So we want the, oops, so I can see. We want the depth to be at least 65. What's one level down from 65? 60? Now we'll say 65. And then depth mode auto ore means go at least 65, but then then hit ore, and then once you get past the ore, or like then just keep going until you hit ore, basically. So I'm actually just gonna back up to about there, so that we will definitely, even if it's a thin layer, we'll definitely get it. So it'll probably be a while before we actually get the gold, but let's see. So I don't think we're gonna end up doing a hole this big anyway. Alright, so we're gonna say, we're gonna tell it to start the job, but then we need to update the behavior settings to toggle the sorters on your own. and that we're going to do stone and ice. So I'm going to sit here for a minute and see if it manages to dump the ice that it's picking up right now. Because it should get full pretty fast. Sorters are off, you can see them. I like the design of the ship when you can see the sorters from the inside. I gotta remember that little trick. Usually the sorters are like buried somewhere in the back or something on my designs, but I like the idea of, especially for a PAM-based ship, that the sorters are visible here, so you're sitting in it, you can watch them turn on and off. But let's see. Almost full. If the sorters don't turn on their own, then what ends up happening is it basically just backs out and just kind of hovers there, not quite sure what to do. Oh, see, that's not good. Current position, we want you to go to the drop position for both. So right now it's just dumping it back into the hold. Unload ice. No. Off. Don't bring the ice back. Yeah, it's going to bring the ice back. Because I accidentally hit that. That's okay. It'll make one trip back, and then it'll go out and get it. And that spot right down there, to the right of the screen, is where all of the little blocks, all the little bits are going to collect. So... oh, just dumping them everywhere. They'll despawn pretty soon. Oh, you know what? Another block that I completely forgot about was... Nope. Do not turn on the sorters now. I don't want you sucking all the ice out of the base. And, yeah, okay, so it does know how to turn on its own sorters, which is good. Give me all of my ice back. I need that to go into the thing. Obviously there is plenty of ice around, it's just I don't want to have to go out and get ice if I don't have to. I am tempted to put a sorter back in here, because I used to have a sorter here. I am tempted to put it back in order to make this, in order to just nullify that problem. And so we're going to do it. And it's going to be this color, because I am too lazy to change the color back to icy blue or whatever it was. Icy gray. And I'm not going to bother putting a catwalk back over it. You know what? I take that back. I am going to change it to icy black. Okay. All right, cool. So now, actually, I need to actually tell it to do something, don't I? What are we calling this thing? This is Titan Base. Titan Base 1 sorter, and we are going to... Actually, let's blacklist nothing. Yeah, that's fine. Everything can pass out. You know, everything can go out. I don't care. Nothing can come back in. Except energy. That's all I need. Okay, so we got that. And you are now off at 2.3% already, huh? It's already filling up very fast. I just want to see it actually back up and dump things. Okay, he's coming back out. Not there they go. Okay. Cool. So he knows what he's up to. He knows the deal. So hopefully he'll eventually hit some actual gold in there. It'll be a while before he gets back because it'll take him a while to get 60 meters down. So in the meantime, we get to use up all of our iron. Lucky us. Lucky us. Okay. All right, so we got that. I am actually tempted to say that this is the final configuration. And let's weld these up and start actually filling these tanks just to reduce the amount of ice that's currently clogging up the base to make room for other materials. So let's do that. Let's weld all this up. Oh, you know what I did? What did I do with the caps lock thing again? Hang on. There we go. Okay. All right, what do I have on the... Okay, one of those. So yeah, I'm just going to weld up this whole row here. Also to help with integrity here so I don't accidentally knock this whole thing off. If we need to. Worst comes to worst. And this isn't where we want to keep the... This isn't where we want to keep the tanks and we need to move them. We'll just build some more tanks somewhere else and set them to stockpile and drain all the hydrogen back out. No big deal. I mean, it's kind of a big deal, but, you know, no big deal. Oh, did I not fully weld it? Okay, cool. This ship is coming together. I gotta say, it's starting to... The final form is starting to actually take shape to me. Now, we could, if we really wanted to, we could extend this back by another... Ooh, should we extend it back by another tank? Because... Here's my question. If I grab an ion... Boy, just everything that ends in ion, huh? Do the warfare ions take up a different... I don't remember if they take up a different... No, I need the big one. I need the large. Because I'm thinking... Right there. Nope, right there. I can't actually get it right there, but... Hang on. Right. It's got to be like right there. Can we do that? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just because I don't have any steel plate on me. But if we did that like right there, or this one, yeah, they don't take up more. Thank you for confirming, Rumble Strip. Okay, so this is 2x3x4, just to make sure. 3x2x4. Okay. So yeah, we could do big ol' ions on each side here, and we could still push this back one. I think that would look better. It would look better, and it would be significantly more hydrogen for not significantly more weight. Because one tank is... I mean, it does have weight, but it... but, like, it's not like it's a... It's not like it adds its weight in ice, you know? So we do that. Yeah, I like that better, because we're going to have a little bit of armor around the back and everything, and we got more space. I like that. Let me fly straight up for a second and kind of look at that. Oh, it's going to look cool. It's going to look cool. Very, I mean, nothing earth-shattering about it. It's not like it's a, unique, brand new design for a starship. In fact, it probably looks like the majority of my starships. But still, it's a, it's going to look cool. That's all I can say. It's going to look cool. That's a good point. I could actually stick, if we had all the thrusters running along the top, which now is going to be an extra 3, so there's going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, there's going to be 11, which means there's a central point now. Ooh, I have a center point. Oh, this just keeps getting better. But we could always grab any one of these blocks and go up and get a weapon on there, and it wouldn't interfere with, as long as it's a 3x3, it wouldn't interfere with any of the tanks. So, yeah, this is a good idea. Good idea, whoever had this idea. It was me. All right, how many of these can I build right now? All right. And then if I do put these big ol' ions on the back, we are going to end up with a massive amount of thruster components required. So I'm wondering if it is worth doing that, or if it should instead be more like an array of smaller thrusters. I'm thinking that, because these are going to be auxiliary, and so putting 4 of these up is going to be 240. Oh, let's actually do some real math here. Oh boy, hold on. What's the thrust on these? 345 kilonewtons. Let's say 350, so I can make this math a little easier. 350 kilonewtons each. So if I put 4 of them on, or actually probably even do 4 of them would take the place of 1. Actually, we could even do 6 because it might stick out 1. We could go like boop, boop, boop right there, and still be okay. Well, let's just see. So we'll say 350, and then a big one is 4.3 thousand. So 350 is, let's see, 4 of them is 1.4, 1,400. But this takes up the space of 6 of them. So then we'd be adding another, another 700. So that's still, okay. So one of these is significantly more thrust than the equivalent. Well, it's not the equivalent amount of space, because this one is shorter as well. So I guess 6 of these would be 480 thruster components, and one of these is 960. So it's, I think the math actually works out that technically, given that this is like twice as long as 6 of these, it still technically works out correctly to be roughly even. Although in terms of power consumption, this is literally just 10 times more. So significantly more than 10 times the thrust, but only 10 times the power consumption. But also, I'm not going to do, well, the math is 2 metric, or 2 square, God, I'm not going to try to convert this into meters, but 2 square large grid units. Am I falling off the ship? And this one is 48. Right, so 6 of these would be 12, and one of these is 40. One of these is 24. So yeah, it is twice. Okay. Anyway, I had to go through that to see if I was going to be ripping myself off here. So one of these, in terms of thrust, we'd be getting a lot more thrust, but also a lot more power consumption. Technically, this seems to be more efficient, but not in terms of weight. So I guess that's the other thing to keep in mind. 6 of these as opposed to 1 of these is going to be less. Okay. Thank you. I just had to work through that. So we'll probably push the armor out a bit. And these will probably be like here. I could even actually do like Millennium Falcon style. We could just have a big row of them along the back. I need steel plate though, don't I? Let's give me that. Thank you. Alright, so we did... I just want to remember that that's roughly where that's going to be. And then maybe we'll do something like a row of them and then a row back. I don't have anything to... Oh, there we go. Something like that. Ow. Something like that maybe further back. It won't be welded up until we get to space anyway. And I'll do a second row on the bottom too. So we'll have a lot of rear thrust to help out. Maybe that's too much. Maybe that's too much rear thrust. I don't know. Maybe that's too much. Maybe I should have a rear-facing weapon or something. I don't know. I do not know. We'll leave it there for now. And, oh, I'm stuck. I am stuck. Yeah. Yeah, we'll leave it there for now. And I might end up taking those off. Alright, so I am thinking that this is probably the final configuration. I guess we could also, if we needed to, like... the only other thing I could think of for moving it is if I wanted to move it out one more block for some reason, but I can't see a reason for doing that at the moment. So I think I'm going to weld these up and let them start chewing through the ice we've got, and then I'll start... then I will start copying this onto the other side. Let me make sure. Do you have anything left in you? You are... Stockpile is off. Oh, you are 8.6% full. Alright. And you are 8.2% full with stockpile off, which is good. I don't think I have any other... Yeah, there's no other gas containers. Okay. Yeah, let's start...
Energy low.
Let's start by getting some energy. And let's see. Grab me one of these, put you in there. Alright. Let's see. I want to get the gas out of those tanks, but I don't want them to start filling up. You know what? I'll just leave them for now. We'll be fine. I guess this thing is the closest one, huh? Then we're going to have to decide at some point. I know I've got plenty of time to think about it, but we're going to have to think about the... we're going to have to think about the secondary color scheme of this ship. Because the whole thing shouldn't just be black, carbon fiber. We need to use that sparingly. Maybe just for the outer armor or something. And certain other things. We'll probably go through the the ship with the paint gun after we're all done, and some of this stuff is going to be completely covered up and you won't see it, and other parts are going to be, yeah, we're going to want to see them. Come on. There you go. Good. All right. How are we doing? We're filling very, very slowly, which is what I assumed would happen. Are all the O2 gens in the whole base on or not? You guys are on. You guys are on. Do we have any not in groups? Okay. You're all outputting. All right. So that's an extra 2 megawatts of power happening right now. So we got to be careful with that. But that's good, I guess, that this is happening. Let's see. Why are you yellow? Did I put you on the wrong way? I can take you out. What are you? You're straight armored, which is correct. You'd have to go from there to there. And you are conveyor X, which is correct, so you have to be there. What's underneath this is a corner. Hang on a second. Ah, okay, well I went too far with that. Is this... Oh, you know what? Is this thing not connected to anything? I think I may have left this thing unconnected. Because I didn't want to... Yeah, it is. If it's a corner, it has to go into there, and I didn't want that. Is that right? Oh no, it's a corner to the bottom, which is where we were going to have. That's where we're going to have a weapon sticking out. Well, I'm glad I caught that now. That weapon would have been unable to get ammo. So in order to make... Actually, wait a second. Oh, it actually would have connected into here and then looped around and gone back in and down. So it technically would have worked. And then we would have been reliant on this thing not getting shut off in order to get that weapon to work. I think we need to take off these gyros and do this properly.
Inventory full.
Yeah. Let's see, where can I dump this at? Here we go. Sure. Alright, what's going to fall off if I do this? I think nothing. We'll find out. Okay. So then this one is a T going probably straight through to there. So this really needs to just become a junction. Yeah. This should really just become a junction. Alright, and then this one becomes, I think also has to just become a junction because I don't have another, if this is going out to there, junction, except I need, no, I can still get to you there. Okay. Oh, you. There we go. Straight that way. Okay. Did I just grab the jump drive again? I did. That issue I was having where I couldn't deselect things that were in the build planner, that went away. I don't know if that was my mouse doing that or the game, but either way, it went away. Green light, there we go, okay. So you're good, and then we'll put our... We'll put our gyroscope back on top in a moment. There we go. And I think that spot's just going to end up filled with armor. Oh, you know what? I literally started to say this like an hour ago and then lost train of thought. There's a stealth drive mod that I had put in, and I completely forgot about it. So it's a big old thing, but there's also a little old thing, which basically... How did I do the caps lock goofiness again? I did. Okay. There's also a smaller one. And I guess I could just kind of plop these into any, like, armor spots. But what these do is they make it so that the ship can actually become invisible to, bad guys. So the thing that I was never quite sure of was how effective this is against... how effective is this against computer bad guys? Like, once they are aware of you, does this really do anything to stop them? Or is it just, like, against human players, it's, you know, it works. So, but I think I kind of want to do a test, but I also think I might this might become a disaster. Can I even do it? No, because I need 2,000 freaking superconductors for one of these. You know what? Stealth mod. Not happening yet. We could think about the stealth mod later, because all I could do is, like, I'm gonna have all these, like, just square armor blocks, and I could just pop one out, stick one of these in somewhere. Basically what they do is they work on Mass Effect principles, where, like, the Normandy had the like, the ships radiate heat, and that's what other ships use to detect them. And so what it would do is basically all of the heat generated by the ship would just go into this massive heat sink in the middle of the ship and keep it from radiating out into space. And so they could remain undetected as long as it was on. But the problem was, eventually, if you kept it on, the inside of the ship would get very, very hot and everybody would start to cook. And whenever you turn it off, it has to vent all of the heat out all at once. And so you become a massive detectable signal. And this works on the same principle, is that your signal goes away for a bit, and then you become... So the way I kind of think it works from reading the description is that it's almost like a beacon, and that when you turn it on, the beacon goes away, and that when you turn it off, the beacon comes back on with a very wide range, but I could be completely wrong about that. And because of that, and because of the fact that it's very expensive, and I don't know what to do with it, I'm going to leave it off of the ship. So, all right, Euros. We need, let's see, I had one here facing this way. Do we want to keep that there? I think we do. I think we do. So... Oh, where was I building conveyor straight armors? That I still have 2 of them on the... Ow. Oh, that was lucky. Was it you? No. You? No. Okay. Now I'm concerned that I left a straight armor unbuilt somewhere. Straight conveyor. Was I building on that side? Yeah. Oh well. Probably one of those things where I had... it's still got a lot of... I'm concerned now that I left. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the videotape later. This series is going to be so weird looking back, because it starts out so intense, right? With just bad guys everywhere. I'm on the run. And then, what did we have? Like, glitched out first episode. second episode, like, near complete destruction, and then now we're on this planet.
Energy low.
For however many episodes, and then we're gonna probably get back into space and survive like one stream. But that's the fun of it, right? I hope. Alright, so you're set up. You're probably still filling. Let's go get this set up on the other side here. I probably got not enough stuff. So who can give me the stuff? Okay. Did I not? I am too full here. Just need a little bit more of that. Okay. Alright, so we did a oh, you know what? Let me actually take care of this situation first.
Inventory full.
Yep, just got everything I just took out of there. I got dump out.
Inventory full.
All right, then you became a. Did I make them both junctions? Is that what happened? I think so. I think so. Let me double check. I think so, because I don't think there was any other way to make the turn. So that one's definitely a junction. And I don't... Can I see the other one anymore? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's got to be a junction. Okay. 2 junctions. I gotta say, conveyor networks, definitely the most fun thing ever, right? Now the really fun part will be when it doesn't work. At least I don't have to worry about the air tightness issue that I had at the Helgen base with the other with the vanilla games armored conveyors. What do I have? Still have what? Where are all these conveyor armored things coming from in my build? Am I like triple clicking by accident or something? Yeah, almost. Get me all the goods. Oh, I'm full. Oh, we should check and see if the miner brought back any gold yet. We could start turning it all into superconductors. Okay, so you're good. Let's pop over to here and check the inventory. Nope, not yet. We get any silver? I don't think so. So he's been essentially just trying to dig down far enough. Let's see how he's doing. I don't want to get stuck down in this hole, but... Oh, he's so close to the gold. Alright. You don't want to get stuck in the hole. When that guy comes back down, I won't be able to get out and I'll die. Alright. We need... Oh, the sun's going down. It's going to get cold out. As if it wasn't already cold out. Okay, so... What did we do here? We needed I think a straight. Was it a straight and a straight? And then the corner? Yeah. And that little tube thing. And then... You come straight out, and I think that's it. Oh, we could make a third connection from here in. Oh, nice. Let's do that. It's actually a really good connection because that's straight from the ice, straight from the O2 gen, H2O2 gen in there. So that gas can go straight on in. All right, so we'll mimic that over here. Is that it? That looks like it. And then we have our row of stuff. So I need to make sure that I get the spacing right. So let's put our... I need one more T junction. No, X junction on the end. That makes it cooler because it's got X in it. Okay, X junction, and then not a drill. One, two, three. How many hydrogen tanks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? You don't have to answer that. All right, a bunch of T's. T, 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 and then a corner. And then back to T. And then T. And then a bunch of straights. Okay. Does that look like the same as the other side? It does. Ship's looking good, I gotta say. Ship's looking good. Alright, let's weld all this up. Oh, and of course, the finishing touch, which needs a interior plate, which I do not have. What do I have on me? Just dump it all off. All right. Now the great welding begins. I kind of want to do like a little cheat at the very end and add the build and repair mod in for just like a minute and turn it on and just have it get everything that I missed. So I think that's always the fear, is that I missed some random important bit somewhere. I'm not going to do that though, but I am very tempted to do it. That's it. Alright. We also have to remember to leave space for the shield emitters, which are actually probably going to fit really nicely alongside these because they're flat. They're half blocks. So I think that'll be good. Alright. Did I get 3 of them? Yep. Here we go. Luckily, this isn't going to actually use more base energy because we're not turning on more. We're not turning
Energy
on any
flow.
more O2 gens to do this. We're just it's just going to take a long time to fill them all. Wonder if we have enough ice. Like, I actually kind of wonder if the million ice that I have is enough to fill all 6 of these. Do I have a... I don't really have a good access point out here, do I? Oh, the tubes. There we go. Now everybody is filling extremely slowly. But they are filling. How are these ones doing over here? We're not even at 25% yet. We're at 5%. I'm really glad I welded these up. These are going to be going for a long time. And it would have been bad if I had waited till the very end and then it's like, all right, let's fuel up. And, yeah.
Energy critical.
Alright, let's grab. Let's put you there. Grab you. Put you there. The reason I put them there instead of there is if they're here, this is a idiosyncrasy with the Izzy script. If the bottles are already in their where they're supposed to be, then as an optimization, it won't check if they need to be refilled. So if you have a less than full one, put it anywhere else, and it'll grab it, put it into the O2 gen, and then move it into here. Although at the moment the O2 gens are very busy, it may or may not actually do it. There, it figured it out. It'll get it in there. Okay. I don't... Ooh! I jumped instead of putting my stuff away. Alright. Let's see what time we got. Okay. We're about halfway... More than halfway through the stream. We got less than an hour left. No gold yet, though, huh? We're still working on it? Or did we get our first shipment back? No gold yet. Too bad. Too bad. Okay, so I think we could probably fill in some of this top part with armor. Do I want to do that now, or do I want to wait? I may want to wait. Yeah, let's wait on that. Let's finish adding on the remaining infrastructure needed for the up and down and side to side thrusters. Excuse me. So up and down. Up and down. Now, am I going to need... If I did 11, if I did thrusters from there to there, in a straight line all the way across, would I... That would be 22 downward thrusters. I'm going to guess that's enough. I'm going to guess that's enough. Although we could always do kind of similar to when I originally went to Helgen, and we could make a liftoff pack, essentially, which would, you know, like a giant downward thruster that's temporarily attached to the ship that we could use to lift off and then just detach it and let it return to the planet. or whatever. So I say we don't worry about it. Yeah, let me figure this out. So basically, we're going to want... let's see. If we wanted to do some weapons, I'm thinking... this one. And I realize I'm going to disconnect. Oh, no, you're not going to be disconnected. This one and this one are where I would want weapons. And I'm thinking top and bottom because of, just coverage. So we'll do like that. So we'll be able to ooh, this is handy. No? Okay. Give me 100 of that and a little bit of that. Alright. So we'll be able to basically have weapons there. And then I don't think that we're going to need, with weapons there, with the thrusters being there and the weapons above the thrusters, I don't think we're going to need side thrustering, or I'm sorry, not side thrustering. Obviously we need that. I don't think we're going to need side weapon coverage. I think the weapons are going to be, the top and bottom weapons will be able to cover the sides. And I could always rotate the ship a little bit if I need to. So that will be that. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just give me all of them. And who's got a thing for me? We seem to be doing that thing where I don't have... Wait a second. Oh, okay, good. For a second there, I was like, am I in, like, creative mode? Didn't feel like I had picked up that many things, and also we're not making sparks anymore. Which is usually a game, or I'm sorry, a bug that I only see in multiplayer. But, whatever. Okay, so that's where our additional weapons will be. This thing's going to end up with a lot more weapons than I was originally thinking. But... whatever. It's fine. I may want to, if those are there, we could potentially do larger weapons there. I don't really want to do larger weapons, because then you get into, like, battleship weapons, and then it's like, now suddenly you're just launching, like, raw uranium at things. I don't really want to do that. Okay. We just do the same thing over here, which was this one. And... oh, you know what? They need to be 3 apart, don't they? Yeah, they kind of do. I could move it... yeah, I think we probably want to actually do this one. And not the one I just took out. So, which one was the other one? This one? That'll work. I'm trying to eliminate too many, avoid junctions. Avoid having, like, right where it comes into the actual thing. I don't know why. Just feel like it'll be better. Can't really put my finger on why. ship is going to be about, I would say, probably 80% conveyor. No, that's not true, but feels like it. Alright. So let's move you over then. I hope this isn't going to look dumb, being this close to the front. No, it shouldn't, because I think we're going to end up doing some sort of a cowling around the front of this anyway, the way this one was. I might have to bring up a reference image of the way the Iliad used to look. I think the Steam community page that has the mod list has a picture of the Iliad on it, so we will go with that. Oop.
Inventory full.
Don't want to be wasteful. I really want some of that gold, though. I'm tempted to go and just dig it up myself, just to get a little bit going. I'm getting really concerned now that the miner is going to be... I mean, this is a very inefficient use of the miner, because I'm assuming the gold is very, very thin. Very thin layer, and so the miner is going to be just doing a ton of digging of everything else just to get down to it, and then it's going to grab a little bit of gold, and then it's going to move on to the next hole. So if I didn't have all sorts of other things to do here, then I would grab the miner and do it manually, but since I got so much to do, this will be okay. Let's see how he's doing here, though. Please. Oh, he started the second hole, and now he's heading back to the base. Did he get gold? Oh, he's been on the second hole. Oh, no, he hit the... Oh, he did grab some gold.
Energy low.
Okay. That's the silver hole. That's right. We went down to grab... Where's the silver, though? Oh, that's right. We started to get silver. Didn't we start to dig a hole for silver and then decided it was not going to work out? Like we weren't going to keep running it? So did we get the gold or no? We got a little bit of gold. This is all we got. After all that, this was all we got. It's going to be a long... I think maybe it is worth taking the miner and just doing this manually. Because it is going to be a bit of a slog. Bit of a slog. I'm trying to decide if any sort of other additional modded mining thing that might go faster but not just basically generate instant materials for me would be better. I don't know. We'll let him keep going for a bit. What this does mean is I can now say I could let's see, you all need platinum, don't you? I don't need weapon yet. What did the reactor components need? Oh, they needed silver. We do not have enough silver. I thought we had silver, though. We have 3,000 silver. Why aren't we making more reactor components? Why aren't I componentizing my reactors? So we got 6.23 gold out of all of that. Is that enough to make a superconductor? It is. Let's make one so that Izzy understands what a superconductor is. And then we could tell it how much we want, and then any gold that comes in will automatically just become superconductors for me. But that means that we could get some... The first, this is going to be self-fulfilling almost. The first superconductors are going to go into the yield modules on the refinery. And then we're going to, from there, hopefully get more gold per yield. And batteries only at 32. How are we doing on base batteries? 30.5. Some of these are off, right? Okay, so they're at 30%. The batteries are decent. You're in discharge mode. Okay. Batteries are decent. That's good. And in 20 Triton minutes, I'll be able to sleep and bring the sun back around. So that's good. Okay. Let's keep going with... I still don't like where this thing is. You know, this might look better hanging off the bottom. Since the bottom has to go down anyway, I'm thinking this is going to look better hanging off the bottom, and it should be okay. The line of sight should be okay. Let's do that. Let's take you off of here. We'll figure out what to do with the top there in a minute. But I think we're going to take out just this and put it in here. This line of sight is no good. I mean, for an asteroid that's really far away, it should be good. I mean, the ray casting, I think, does have a cone, but I don't know what the cone is. And I would imagine that as long as some of the asteroid is in the cone, we'll be okay. So I'm going to assume that that's an okay spot to put that. So that means up here, we could get rid of this, and this, and this, and this, and do something different up here. We could leave these off entirely and just have the sides going up. The sides can't go forward anymore because of the lights that are there. Although, if I remove the lights, these things could serve the same purpose as the lights. So that's a possibility that I kind of like. Right? Is that? No. No, that's not right. They can't. Oops. These can't. It would have to be the ones with the flat surface here holding these on. Although we could do... all we need is one. I don't know. I'm going to keep the lights. I kind of like them. Let's do this. Let's keep those and put one of these in between, like that. And then let's leave... should we leave this open, or should we... should we do this? I think that's going to look better overall, and then that's our, you know, that's our opening. So normally, just imagine those are all welded up. The ship would look like that. It would have that hole there. Yeah, no, it's not the greatest. Not the greatest idea, but It's functional, and that's what I like. Alright, that makes me feel better about that. I also think we could maybe do something more with this side thing, although then it wouldn't really match this cool looking thing coming up. Does it need to? Does it need to? Ooh, wait, actually. This is the part of the show where I get really distracted by things. So we have this block, which I need a canvas to stand in here. So we had that there. Then that would be a weird looking slope going down the front. Okay. We also have, that's not going to do it. You're not going to get it. Nope. Nope. Okay. You know what? There's like a whole nother group here that I'm missing. I thought there was another. I thought it was weird that I had those things there. Okay, so we got this one, which would technically work, but be really... Ooh, would it? Yeah, I mean, technically it would just merge into the side of the... Ooh. That actually would look pretty cool. What's this one do for me? That would be not like that. Slope transition mirrored. That would look like that. Now that's worse. What weather we got? Snowstorm? Oh boy. I'm gonna try this. Take that out. Put that in. And then... let's see, we could do this. No, not that. It would have to be the corner one, like that. Ooh. I'm getting good vibes. Getting good vibes of the way that clamps around that corner. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is the one. This is the one. I might even weld this up to see if this actually looks good or if I am setting myself up for disappointment. Transition base mirrored. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me go find a spot where I could grab a bunch of steel plate. Give me all of it. Alright. Let's see here. Yep, if this looks like how I think it's going to look, then it will be the best thing I have ever designed in the history of ever. Until the next thing. Okay. Okay. Now it's getting snowy and late. I'm running out of steel plate, and that rhymes. Is that really? Oh no. 2 pieces left.
Energy low.
Oh yeah, don't worry. Don't worry about that energy, because I'm about to hop into the cryotube, make it morning, and clear this snowstorm. Then we're going to look at how good this looks. We're going to have a big reveal. There goes the planet rotating. Alright, here we go. Ready? Boom, look at that. How cool does that look? I might be able to extend that out a little bit too. Do a little something different there. I think that looks pretty darn good. Alright, cool. Very happy with that. The fact that it kind of hugs it on both sides like that makes this continuous line is here makes the fact that these are not parallel makes me feel much, much better about that. And we managed to get over to where this gun is. Although I think it would look better if the gun was right above the ramp, at the edge, at the top of the ramp. I'm not going to complain too much because it would be too much of a pain to move it over. We'd end up with visible conveyors. Not that I care about visible conveyors if they're armored, but just trying to make it look sleek. Yeah, I like this. I like how that turned out. So over here, what are we doing here? This is a half slope. We could push this out a little to kind of. Oh wait a minute, that's the half slope. That is that. What we would do here is see. Then I don't necessarily want to mess up make it harder to get in here by having that extend out. Okay, that's going to stay. That's just going to be one solid flat line there. Okay. That's fine. I'm going to have to figure out how this is going to merge into that. If I have a cowling. This, in other words, this part might actually go away and just merge right into this at the end of the day. So, who knows. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Very excited by that. Okay. What else? Oh, I think I'm probably going to end up spending the rest of the episode today laying down the excuse me, conveyors for the other thrusters, basically. All right, which is going to look like let's see, they're going to be one level up because we need to have conveyors going. Oh, I forgot I can do this. Oh wait, I don't want to do that. Okay, so we are going to have basically a lot of T's here, but T there, and then T, 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 and then X's. So then we will have all the up thrust, all the down thrust, very similar to how these were set up. Although these were set up, I had significantly fewer thrusters for up and down. Oh, no, the up and down thrusters were actually in the main body of them, so that I could flatten out the top. That's kind of the difference between the two, is that these are pure thruster pods, which is going to make this a little bit different looking, which is okay. Alright, so that should be like 11, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it'll be 22 downwards small thrusters, which might be enough. What's this planet's gravity? Is it? It's just normal. Yeah, 1G. Okay. So for the side, though, 11 side to side, I'm thinking may not be enough. So I'm thinking we may do like a cross shape. So in other words, we're going to do a junction with a corner like this. So we'll have, it won't be, the side to side thrust won't be as great as the up and down thrust, because there'll be 22 pointing up and down, but there will only be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Unless I did 2 rows. Unless I did 2 rows instead of... Oh, that's a potential. That's a potential. If I did 2 rows of side-to-side thrusters with a middle, yeah, then it'll be equal thrust on all sides, except front and back, which is not equal. Let's see, we still need junctions there. Then we'll do something interesting in the middle. I don't know what, but we'll do something interesting. Do these need to be junctions as well? I think so. Because we are going... Yeah, I think so. I don't have anything better for that. And then a bunch of T's. There we go. So this is where our side-to-side thrust will go. It's a good thing I put 6 large hydrogen tanks on here, because this is going to be a lot of thrust when if we're maneuvering, trying to maneuver like crazy. I'm realizing now how much this thruster design actually harkens back to the first ship I built in the very first stream, which was called the what? What did I call that? The graceful exit. Ooh, can I? Let's make a projector. I just want to remember what the ship looked like. So I think I'm inadvertently doing the same structure. Let's see where it's a good place to slap this down. How about how just right here? I don't even know if that's the right way up or not. Alright, let's find me a control panel somewhere. Who's got a control panel I could borrow? Alright, the graceful exit. Yeah, you could see. Very similar design. Different front of the ship. Definitely different innards. Okay, there's some modded blocks. Oh dear. Let's put you up in the sky. There we go. this was the graceful exit. Yeah, I did the same thing. I did... What was I doing here? This thing didn't have any weapons on it. I don't remember what was supposed to be there, but yeah, I did the same thing basically. I did 2 rows. Did I do literally the same thing? Is this hydrogen tanks on the inside? Cannot tell. That's conveyor. I can't tell. I don't think so. I think this is all conveyor. But, yeah, but that's what I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Okay, so definitely not all... Definitely not all hydrogen tank on the inside. Yeah, and then I did 1 row on the top and 2 rows on each side for equal thrust. That was a pretty good idea, honestly. And the ships are not entirely the same, but very, very similar. What did the bridge look like on this one? Oh, it's a nice spacious bridge. Lots of, oh yeah, I remember. The 2, and then you would go in the back, and you would go here, and then you could drop down out of the ship, or you could walk up to the outside of the ship. This was a really well-designed ship, I thought. What did I have in here? Oh, shield generators from the energy shields mod, I think. Maybe. Maybe. No, I don't know. What modded blocks did I have in there? Well, either way. I'm going to end up doing a similar thing as this. Now I had forgotten that I had done this design, and now I'm going to have to try to not do that, or just steal my own design again. I think I'm allowed to steal my own design. Oh, and there's the hydrogen tanks. That was the other thing, was that this ship, I never figured out how to finish the back of it. Like, you'd be walking through it, and you could like get to all the stuff, and then it was just like, yeah, and then we're out the back. I think maybe I eventually put a piece of glass on it or something. I don't remember. I left it on Mars. The ship just died on Mars because the world died. All right, cool. Now I have something to aspire to. Did I only leave some of the thrusters on in the blueprint? I guess so. That's something. I'm not planning to put landing gear on this ship because of the... I didn't even bother covering up half the stuff. That's probably a characteristic of me, so I typically should have covered up most of the stuff. But anyway, yeah, now I have to decide how close to that I want to go. Either way, the even thrust on all sides will work, so we'll do that. Did I do the underside? I did. Okay, good. Let's go lay out the other side, and then we'll weld it all up forever. Do I need more hydrogen? No. Okay. How did I end up with all this stuff on me? Hang on. Nothing in the build planner. Put it all back. Give me, like, not all the steel plate. Alright, what did I do here? This was X's. Oh, interior point. Okay. Well then, you know what? Just take all that back. Give me like 100 of those. Did we get more gold yet? No. But we're chewing through that ice like crazy. We're not going to have enough ice. I'm going to have to tell it to get more ice. We're only at 5%, and we've eaten through half the ice. So maybe I should tell him to stop dumping the ice again. I think I'm gonna tell him to stop dumping ice and stone. Ow. Let's see. Eject off. Toggle sorters. I guess yes. I think that'll kick in after its current cycle. Alright. Alright. Back to here. Okay. That's got a clearance of 3 around it, and that one has a clearance of 3 around it. That one has a clearance of 3. Okay. There are non-armored conveyors that I could be using here, now that I think about it. Because I have, in that same mod, you get, like, these kinds of things, so I could be connecting these like this. Since it's all going to get covered in armor anyway, but I just would rather have the additional connection points on all sides to just make me feel better. Since even though the intention is that we do eventually get shields, although it will take a while before we can get them, that we will eventually have shields. So I'm expecting pieces of the ship to get shot off until we can get those, until we can get that platinum. Alright, that should be the top and bottom. And then what did we do here? We had to go junction, junction. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, what is he doing? Is he coming back because he's got some gold for me, or because the battery is dead? Could go either way. Alright, now we just have a bajillion of these to weld up. It's gonna take a while. This is going to take a while. You know, and I'm realizing now that once we have these things on like this, that those weapons are not necessarily going to stick out all that far beyond. If I had some small weapons, they could go in these center ones. Because I was not planning to, I was just planning to cover over these conveyor junctions that are here. I'm gonna think about whether I can find a mod with a 1x1x1 weapon compact. I mean, might as well, right? I'm already doing modded weapons. I think there's also, there are some laser weapons that also work fine. You could just slap them anywhere. They just use up all my uranium. Oh, planners of capacity. Did I get that one all the way? Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, this is the boring part. I think while I'm doing this, I might go ahead and start the outro, which is going to be difficult if I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. So let me get this row done and then we'll start finishing it up here. Did I just cover up my last available port? I did. Okay. So those are all facing upwards. Those are all facing sidewards. Let me do one more row here. Can I get out of you? I can. There we go. I'm interested to see if the miner got any more gold. So I do have these junctions pointing up and down. I could potentially put some outward-esque facing weapons. Meaning, like, these are supposed to be facing forward, but I have those three connections down there. I might be able to do something with those. We're going to have to get a lot more magnesium, though. A lot. We didn't even get 1K magnesium, whatever the unit of magnesium is. Liters, I think is what the thing is showing me. Liters of magnesium. There we go. That's intimidating. Alright, well, might as well finish up the row. So, the next stream will be Thursday. And then the stream after that,
Energy low.
I think, is going to go back to Monday, but I haven't entirely decided yet. I have to figure some things out. I think it's going to go back to Monday. And then beyond that, this is still going to be Thursdays. Now, I am considering dropping streaming down to 1 day a week. I'm just talking out loud here because I haven't made a full decision yet here. Ooh, he's back again so soon. Maybe he's actually got legitimate stuff to deliver. That would be good. The reason being is because I'm considering doing some more pre-recorded playthroughs of things and then editing them and trying to see how that goes. I like video editing. And I like playing games, so maybe I could be a little bit more creative with pre-editing. There's pros and cons to live versus edited. Like edited is a lot more work because I have to actually sit. It's almost like you have to play it at least twice, because you play it and then you have to go through it again to edit it. But you can cut out the parts that are boring and you can add some narrative and stuff like that. So I'm still definitely going to do the live thing, because the live thing is the thing that I enjoy the most. But I want to give it a shot. I haven't entirely decided what that's going to be yet. But we'll see. But for the time being, at the very least, once... It's still going to be Thursdays for sure, and I think there's going to be at least one more Sunday or Monday before I kick off into... Because basically what I would do is just use that time when I would normally be streaming to be either recording or editing. So, and then you'll get non-live videos from me periodically. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is the worst weather of them all. Okay, so we welded all of this side up. I might, if I have time, I might come back and weld this side up off stream. Just ooh, some of my dirt fell down here. Oh man, look at all this. It's a smorgasbord. The best kind of Borg. We're gonna put this. Yes, I realized I pronounced that word wrong. Yep, underneath. There we go. Okay, I'm not going to go around collecting all the rocks. They're going to despawn soon. Oh, you already left. Okay, we'll collect these rocks because it bothers me when they're hanging out on the scaffolding. Did you? Oh, just saw a weird shadow. But he is definitely over there. He keeps... Oh, because I told him to bring back... That's right, I completely forgot. I told him to bring back the stone and the ice, and I also told him to do his own... okay, so... Sorters off, please. This is the dumbest. Okay. You need to toggle sorters off. Ejection off. Okay. There you go. Actually, you could just stop for now because we're gonna let you relax. So maybe I do want to be picking these up. He's been trying to bring me my ice and stone and everything, and has just been dumping it all over the ground while he's been flying. Okay. Did we get more gold? No. No, we did not. Well, I'm thinking we're going to end up... taking the miner next time and just manually digging up some gold, I think. Because we're going to need so much more gold. Oh, good, the fog is ending. We're going to need so much more gold than this. And that vein is extremely thin. Let's actually go poke our heads down the hole real quick and see what we got, what we're dealing with here. Oh, this is the original silver hole. Okay, well, that's good. We could always come grab a bunch more silver. Alright, so... Did we already... Oh, that's right. We did. That's what this is. That's the silver hole. We did make an attempt at drilling gold one time and then decided it was going to be... It was going to take forever, and we aborted. And that's why there's two holes here. So... We caught the very edge of the gold, which is why this isn't really working out. So he's drilling, at least he moved over to here now. Oh, that's still going to be, he needs to move up. He'll hit it, but that's why he's drilled 3 holes and has barely brought back any gold. So we're misaligned here. So, okay, well that'll be something to do next time. That'll be something to do next time. All right, so let's think real quick. What did we accomplish today? Because I like to summarize. So the front of the ship is looking a little bit more complete. This is probably, aside from having weapons on top, this is the final look. The final look of this. And actually, there's some, now that I think about it, there's some Telion weapons that look better when they're sunk in, which means I will probably actually be taking these out, these raised up ones, and oh yeah, that's it. That's what we could use on here, is the Telions. They could be on the side. The Telion I don't remember. Let's look. These fellers, Telion anti-fighter turrets. So we could embed those in the side. Let's throw one of these. See, they look like this. So like you could have them, I could have them up like this, where they would be raised up. Or we could take out one of these top ones and they'd be down like this and flush with the surface, which would look very cool. So I think that's what's going to happen on the front at the very least, is we'll embed these down. And then potentially we could do them on the side like this, because if the thrusters are sticking out that far, we're going to want these to be out this far. Yeah, this is going to be good. We'll have good coverage of this for smaller ships at least. So if something small sneaks up on us, these things will take them out. And then we're going to want... where's mech spec? So, heavy defense turret. These things are probably pretty big. Cannon. Ooh, coil turret. Sea-Wiz. Ooh, let's look at a Sea-Wiz real quick. If that's a 3x3, we'll probably throw on a Sea-Wiz. Magnetic coil cannon. That's a big one. Flak turret. We might want to throw a flak turret on something. So anti-missile turret I'm not worried about. Battleship cannon I'm not worried about. Let's look at flak turret, and then missile turret I don't think I want to... We've already got these destroyer launchers, so I don't think we need another missile turret. Okay, so these guys are 3x3. They have a small physical footprint, which I like. Oh, these are the anti-missile turrets, though. Okay, we're probably not going to do those. Was that these? Yeah, okay. So these guys are also 3x3, the Sea-Wiz. We could put these on any of these larger ones. We just have to make sure that for it to look good, that everything under them is completely flat. So I'm thinking probably these two back here are going to end up being the Sea-Wiz, and then the... Oh, I'm saying that right. These other ones, all these other ones are going to be Telion anti-fighters or flak turrets. Let's see, can we actually do... We could have 3 of them in a little row here, or we could make one of them a heavy defense turret. I guess any of them could be heavy defense turrets because of the way I built the thing, which is nice. Alright. And then same on the bottom. We got the same, almost the same layout there. Okay, so I think these are going to be the selection of weapons that we're going to be going with. So, Telion anti-fighters, at least in the front and along the sides. A couple of Sea-Wiz in the middle, and maybe a heavy defense turret. And then, of course, the rockets there. This is coming together. And then maybe we do have a couple of anti-missile turrets, or we could do the flak. The flak turrets might be better. The flak. I'm trying to minimize the amount of different types of ammo I need to keep in stock, basically. Let's see, if we did the Sea-Wiz, if we did big ones on these, maybe the Sea-Wiz need to end up being like back here. or something like that. Because if we did them here, then that's probably going to interfere with how the miner is going to dock. This is going to be too big. So we might do... maybe we'll do like Seawiz, Seawiz, Seawiz. Heavy defense. And then the rest is just Tellians. And then we kind of mimic some of that Seawiz heavy defense on the bottom. But the rest is just Tellian anti-fighters for full coverage. I think that'll probably work out. That will probably work out pretty darn well. And we could literally replace any one of the thrusters with another Tellian, because it'll fit in well. All right, I like that. I like that a lot. So that'll be the plan. I hope I don't forget it by next time. So, you know, if I really wanted, this is a really dumb idea, but I'm good for those. If I really wanted, I could do something like... Ew, gross. Something like this. Oh, apparently... Oh, I don't have the stuff. I could do another layer of... Okay, not a half. We need a full light armor slope base. Like this. I don't have any material on it, but if we could do this straight across, and then the opening would not be massive, but it would still be like you could get in through the back, and then you would still have a bit of protection here. Is there a half one? I don't think there's a half one of those. I don't think so. That would be weird. Or we could even do, if we didn't want to do that, we could do... nah, we don't have one of those for windows. I was thinking there could be like a window thing that also went there, but I don't think that's a... There isn't one of those. Half slope window. There's only the full 2x1, which I don't want. We don't have... That's not a half slope. I bet there's modded versions of it, but we don't need that. This thing wouldn't really be possible there, right? It was like that. Oh, yeah, I guess that kind of does look interesting, but I don't really see that being worthwhile. Yeah, okay. Well, let me play with this real quick. I just want to see what this would look like. Give me some steel. I know I said I was ending the stream, but you know how I am. Yeah, now it's a little bit more aerodynamic, right? See? From the front, it doesn't look too bad. And I could still, like, really easily get in here, get in and out. I'm going to leave that there for now. Maybe that's dumb, but I'm going to leave that there for now. I think it makes the front of the ship look better and kind of hides the fact that there's a door there. Is it going to be a problem if I'm like under fire and trying to get in? Doesn't seem like it. So, okay, we'll leave it there. All right. I think we accomplished a lot today. This was good. This was a good one. I'm looking forward to the next one, which, as I said, will be way out on Thursday. And yeah, okay. I was gonna mess with this light here, but I'm not gonna. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. If you liked the video, like personally liked it, then please consider throwing a YouTube like, you know, a thumbs up button thing on the. Oh, I got 11% hydrogen on the ship already. Anyway, throw a like on the video, please, if you wouldn't mind, because it really does help with the algorithm for me. And if you would like to be alerted to when I go live, then please consider subscribing. It is, of course, free. And, if you would like to, comments on the video also help significantly with the algorithm, because I'm such a small streamer, so every little bit actually turns out to be pretty massive. So thank you very much, everybody. As always, much appreciated. I hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.